Welcome back, viewers. This is episode number 50.
Yeah!
Talia, Talia.
Talia.
So,
We have
Anmol,
finally hit 50.
we finally hit 50, 50. Rock and
Ashwin is
roll.
going to soon turn 50 in next 10 years.
Yes. So, on our golden jubilee,
Yeah.
we will look back. Of course, we talk about business, we talk about the various subjects, a lot about marketing, but this time we'll just look back in time about
Yeah.
year and a half back. Oh yeah, close
Getting that
to it.
nostalgia.
Yeah, 1.5 साल हो गए अनमोल, 1.5 साल है ना
Dead Sal.
since we began.
Not a short period.
Not a
These
short period.
days,
If you look at it, it's short, but it again, yeah, a lot has changed. We have changed. The
yeah,
times have changed.
you have
Uh,
transformed seriously.
yeah, I still remember one of the first podcast that we shot was on my mobile phone.
Exactly. The first one was pretty
Well, that was actually
different, I would say.
pathetic. We got a lot of stinker messages
Bad
on
publicity.
that. People made fun of us, but that is life. We don't care about what people are talking about, and yeah, if you remember, Anmol,
Yeah, if you
I
remember,
was
I
actually
have a
very camera shy, and
photo as well to show you. This is where we started out.
actually, the first one was with my yellow T-shirt, no, or this one was the first one. No, no, no.
I,
This.
I think this was because this was shot on 12th of February.
Oh no, no, no. We shot one before this. That was
Okay,
shot on
got it.
Google Meet. We recorded it on Google Meet.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. First one was on Google
I
Meet,
still
right?
remember I was
You're
wearing a
right.
yellow T-shirt in that, and I shot it on my
Right,
mobile
right,
phone.
right.
I was sitting on my sofa.
Pretty
I was
crazy.
like, that was such a bad angle. This is still
Yeah, we
better.
didn't know how to set up the camera or even how to talk properly in front of a camera.
Yeah, I mean, we just simply recorded it on Google Meet.
Yeah, and we just posted it.
Yeah, and we just posted it.
But
We have come a long way. We have
we
come a
were
long
consistent.
way. Yeah, so the idea is to be stay consistent,
Yeah,
keep doing
and
it.
why not tell the audience how shy you, how camera shy person you were?
Oh yes, yes. I'm still camera shy. I mean, Anmol. Actually, I'm not just camera shy. I'm overall social media shy. Anmol is still struggling to make me do LinkedIn post as well, which is a task for me because I mean, I procrastinate on it just because I somewhere feel like what would people talk about when I post things. So probably it's just the generation gap between me and Anmol. It's like almost 20 years gap
Yeah,
between both of us.
yeah, that is there. That is there. Yes, of course.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, we have come a far way now. We are
yeah,
talking
we are
really good
talking.
now on
Yeah,
podcast. Not, of course, I am not saying this.
uh,
Our audience says this
yes.
that
Uh,
they like this.
where
We
they
are
like this,
now known by
and
this.
we have gained 7,500 more than say close to
Yes,
8,000 subscribers now.
yes, we are going to hit 8K subscribers with this 50th episode.
Right.
So
Okay.
for our
So
audience who have been watching us till
it's
the end,
double celebration for us. We
yeah. So after this, now Ashwin will
two
open a
milestones. Two
bottle of
milestones.
scotch at his home.
Oh yes. No, अकेले दारू पीने का क्या मजा है?
No worries, I will come down there
Hmm.
soon. We
Oh
will
yes,
reveal to our
Anmol is coming
audience.
down here for the Hog Rally, Southern
Yes.
Hog Rally. That will be happening in Mysore, and he'll be riding to Munnar. And if he's kind enough, he'll let me ride the pillion. I'll do the bitch ride with him. Anmol knows how much I hate, apart from shooting on camera, how much I hate riding pillion. And
No worries.
I've actually been vocal about when I first rode as a Harley, and I sat behind him and I told him how uncomfortable his seat was. Both of us rode from Dehradun to
For the pillion, it
Missouri.
is a nightmare.
We rode from Dehradun to Missouri, and from there to George Everest. It was.
Not directly Missouri. You have to tell the audience. We first went to Georgia and then
Oh
Missouri.
yes, yes. Actually, yeah,
It was a painful
yeah.
journey.
Oh, it was very painful journey. Oh, my ass still hurts.
Yeah, it still hurts.
It still hurts.
Maybe one day you will have an iron butt.
I do have an iron butt, bro. But like you need to support your butt on something. No, there was nothing on your pillion seat.
Don't worry,
One
now I
butt
have a
was
good
hanging on the
backrest.
other one side, and the other butt was hanging on the other side.
Oh, I remember now. At that point of time, I didn't had a backrest, so you were falling as
I
soon
was
as I
falling
used to
every time,
accelerate.
and I imagine I was on the slope. I think I've said this before on the podcast. We are on the steep slope in George Everest, and he's racing, and I'm trying to hold myself, and I mean, there's nothing to hold on as well. Like you would even have on a Splendor or something. There's nothing, no back support, nothing. So, the
Oh
ligament
God, it was
tear,
pain.
and I had on my ass.
Yeah, but now Ashwin, don't worry, it will be a good journey now.
Yes, yes, I
But
am sure.
by the way, why not talk about the first 10 episodes to our
Oh
audience?
yes,
First
let's
one
do.
I showed you, but after a few episodes, you and I we adapted to a lot of different kinds of different segments,
Right.
different ways. But then we realized, I think you will be
We
better to
we
tell what
adapted, we
we.
adapted to a lot of things, and like I said, initially you and I we got really defensive, and people posted some nasty comments, made fun of us, and you know how
Yes,
sensitive I was about it, but still we put up a brave face and we went ahead
yeah,
with it, and
and also like how we
I,
managed to find our own way of talking on the podcast
yes,
because
and
we tried to copy a
so
many.
we did try to copy other podcasters. We were trying to be Ranveer Alabadia. We were trying to be what's his name? The other podcasters.
That guy from Pakistan as well.
Oh yes, Ganji Swag.
Benji swear.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
still remember how
Junaid.
aggressively you and I used to watch when I was in
Yeah,
Bangalore. We were
yeah,
watching his 1 hour podcast
yeah.
episodes
So we used to watch
continuously
him
just
as
to get
well.
an idea.
But soon we realized that our own and our own way of and no matter how much we tried and more, we eventually used to come down to our own style of having a regular
Yeah,
conversation.
exactly. We used
And
to sound like a robot whenever we
yeah,
tried to
yeah.
go out of that
So
mode.
uh, and when it doesn't come out naturally, you eventually come down to something that you're comfortable with. And
Right, right.
a lot of people made fun of us that it sound looks like two people having a
One of us as well,
zoom
that
zoom.
negative comments
Yeah,
that came to us.
two guys having a Zoom chat. But that's what it is about. Yeah, two guys are having a Zoom chat, and but
Yeah,
what and you know what, like Anmol, this reminds me of this reminds me of my hostel days. One day, like me my friends and I, we were having like really dense chat, something like that was we felt was very deep, and it was a very deep conversation. And s- suddenly we realized, what if we had recorded this conversation? And we did, we did switch on the that time we had these tape recorders, right? We had a cassette,
okay.
and my friend had switched on the tape recorder, and we tried to record a conversation. Obviously, once everyone was conscious that the tape recorder is on, that the conversation did lose its natural spark, but we did
Spark.
try it. And then when you and I, once I was thinking about our podcast, and I realized, yes, eventually that is becoming a reality. This is something. It was not just us. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, a lot of group of friends might have thought, like, what if our conversation had been recorded? It had been such a beautiful conversation, it was such a productive conversation, and what if someone had recorded it, and we could listen to it again? And I think that this entire podcast culture is bringing that to reality. What is your
Right.
what are your thoughts? You must have, I mean, even you and I, we've had so many conversations which were
Yes,
not
of course, of
recorded.
course. Yeah, I think once a time we started discussing about serious topics, and at the end we were just not satisfied. I was
Right.
like, yeah, कुछ मजा नहीं है
मजा
episode
नहीं
में. But
आया.
then we used to say, okay, chalo, let's see, let's talk about a different topic. So we experimented this for 10 to 12 topics. I think when we started talking about whiskey, that's where the things changed. I think our
You're
first
right.
episode was
That
about
was the first
wine.
episode which got a good review.
Yes, yes, exactly,
When we
exactly. And that's
spoke
where
about
we
whiskey.
we got to know that that our audience really likes when we talk the way that we are talking right now, rather than we talking robotically, following a hardcore structure, just talking about those five things,
Business,
just
yeah.
putting out some numbers and going
So
away. It
we
would
did stay true to what we wanted to talk about. We kept it like about marketing. We did keep it about business, but we what we did was we brought in interesting topics that through which we could relate it, and we realized
right,
we could popular topics like whiskey, popular topics like talking about off-roaders, talking about bikes, and recently Anmol became a hog member. So, but
right.
even though we were talking about something that was in the pop culture, but we tried to bring it close to marketing, and we did a case study of that particular topic. And so it was like being a good teacher, the teacher that we loved in school, who used to teach us by giving us examples about the things we loved.
Yeah, and also right now, Ashwin, if I check all the first, I think this is first 12 episodes. 13th was about Louis 13.
Louis the 13th, Louis the 13th,
Louis
yes.
the 13th.
Yes.
Oh no, it's episode 15. That's where the things change. For the first 15 episodes, I think you and I we struggled a lot to find out what exactly will work, because right now if I see the views and I see the way we are talking, it's very very serious. We are
Right.
talking just like robots
Right.
sitting in
We
front
used
of
to
each
make
other.
an entire plan, sequence, and we used to keep stick to it.
Right.
And it used to be uncomfortable for both of us. And uh,
Uncomfortable, and plus how many things we had to remember.
I know. And that's when
Right,
Anmol and
it
I,
was a pure.
one day I told Anmol, you know what, like, let's keep it just like a conversation, and let's go with the flow, and instead of following a set pattern, because if it gets too like mechanical, it gets boring and monotonous.
Exactly, and we both being marketers, we understood after 14 episodes that our audience is not liking it, because the most views we got on one episode is 564.
Hmm.
Just that. So we realized that now something is going wrong, and that's where reading all the comments and feedbacks, me and Ashwin thought we just should try one natural flow
Hmm.
and talk about a topic that we like. So we both like whiskeys, so we started talking about it, and
Whiskey.
that's where we got our first episode with 2.2k views. If you can see right now on the screen, I can show you, it's 2.2k views on the episode. So that's where things started to change for me and Ashwin on the episode. Like format changed,
Hmm.
and we evolved from talking about just serious, like how to build a website, how to optimize it, rather than just making more
I mean, we
engaging.
do still do talk about those things, but we do try to keep it more like a case study, bring something that is
Right. Like
popular, and
talking about how Harley Davidson sell Expo 40 using their website.
yeah,
That
right,
is one of the
right,
examples just I'm giving.
yeah.
Or maybe this could be our episode number 51.
This could be a actually. Let's keep it. Let's talk about Harley's online
Digital marketing
digital
strategy.
presence, the digital real estate.
Yeah. And also, like, we got a feedback, like, of course our friends and family, our well wishers, they loved our podcast, but they also gave the feedback that we don't sound natural,
Hmm.
and like you need to change something about it. And
Hmm.
that's where our movement came in to move out from the red ocean and find a blue ocean.
Hmm.
So that's where this podcast format started. Initially, of course, a few professionals, known professionals, they told us that you should make the podcast from formal and all. But we thought that we are here to target the masses. Our audience is marketers, startup
Hmm.
founders, entrepreneurs, and people who want to grow in life, grow in business. So, and these kind of people are basically people who are like us, because every startup journey
And
is
that is when
mostly
we
like,
started calling guests as well on our podcast, and
yes, that's where we started calling our guests, like Brandon. We have called many guests, Savio,
yes, Savio has
Shinjini.
been
These are
Shinjini.
just a few names
Yeah,
that
David
we have called them.
was here last in our last podcast. David was here in the last podcast. So,
Right.
yeah,
So that's where we started to change the things. That whiskey, of course, I have
whiskey
heard
changes
many stories.
everything.
Yes, I was about to come to that. That whiskey changes everything.
Yeah.
And then, when we started talking about whiskey, then we also started talking about X440, because last year in July, X440 came out.
Hmm.
And somewhere around August, we realized that we need to change our format.
Hmm.
So that's where me and Ashwin, I also started telling him that this is the bike that has come into the market. Let's start talking, because at that point of time I didn't know that I will be getting this bike.
Hmm.
It's all God's plan. So we talked about the bike in one episode, and we got 1.8k views. You can see that.
Yes.
So that's where me and Ashwin realized that we need to talk about what we tell to our clients. We need to follow the same thing, follow what is trending, and use, and it's your way to figure out how you can use it to promote your business.
Hmm.
So that's what we started to do. Of course, we have to give our core message, which is giving you our daily strategies that we learn and all. So Ashwin, why not you take the lead on this a bit, and tell our audience about the because you are the one who gave me in-depth knowledge of whiskeys and bikes, because I didn't own a bike when I met you. I was just a Valentine lover before I met you. I used to just drink that, and now I am a ever friendly fan and a Indri or Amrut. So things have upgraded a lot, I will say.
Yeah.
So why
Don't
not
don't
you
forget
take a
monkey
lead?
shoulders.
That is a lovely whiskey. I still remember that.
I still miss Prince Bhaiya in
Yeah.
Gurgaon.
So he told us
भाई
there is to
ये
talk
बड़ी
about the
खतरनाक चीज है, ये बड़ी खतरनाक चीज है.
So, yes. So why not you talk a bit about these topics, because you are the one who motivated me
Just
to the topics of whiskey, biking, and all of this came in, and to marketing, entrepreneurship,
Yeah,
how
no,
they really make.
that shows that is a perfect example, Anmol. I mean, yes, let's bring in marketing again over here. This first of all, finding your target audience. So how did we find our target audience? Was obviously marketing. You never go by your gut feeling, and we were proven wrong. We went by a gut feeling. We thought we'll specifically talk about, make it very educative, and we make it very close to the topic, and we won't deviate from the topic. And we were proven wrong, and that is when we thought, chalo, let's do something casual. And that is what you do in marketing. You experiment, you learn. And this is what we do. We
Right,
do our testings. We do A/B testing. We did our A/B testing. We did try different formats, and eventually we realized that when we are talking about something that people love, everybody loves whiskey. Everybody loves bike, and eventually we did. And we did try to keep it close to the to stay true to what were we actually stand for. So that is marketing and business. So we try to relate it, and so, like I said, we try to be the good teachers that we used to admire in school, who used to bring
right.
a cricket ball in the school and teach us physics through that, and laws of motion. I mean, or they would take us into the garden and explain us geometry or biology of in real life. So we just gave that a try, and that clicked, and we did find our target audience. And our fortune I think I can say it hands down that present audience loves us, and we have been getting that
For
love.
our audience who think this was love at first sight, it was not.
It never happens in any case. Love is, it's
Yeah,
always lust us at first sight in real life
exactly.
also.
We had to
Uh,
experiment a lot. Like right now, as I am seeing, we have done so many episodes on
and we
different
still have
topics.
a long way to go. We still have a long
Yeah,
way
of
to go. We're
course.
still finding our ground, and
We even became people talking about comparison and different cars,
hmm.
Thar versus Jimny.
Yes, that I remember that we got pretty good engagement on that podcast
Yes, yes,
when we spoke
yes.
about Thar and
We
Jimny.
also did this kind of comparison for ChatGPT versus Gemini. We
Uh,
talked about the Uttarakhand Investor Summit, but
well,
then we again came down to our biking
biking,
and travel and talking about the trending topics, like we
yes.
talked about Animal movie,
So
Ram
I still
Mandir.
remember when I had, if you remember, Anmol, I had said, let's chalo yaar, let's talk about daru, and you said, but how would it be related to our business? How would it sound? when we talk about these things. And I said, let's relate it to something, because see, at the end, मेरे अंदर का hotelier जाग जाता है, मेरे अंदर का tourism, I'm a hospitality guy. So, and I told him, well, see, I cannot be natural when I'm talking about, and I'm not the padhaku sort of person. Actually, both of us are not. So, yes, Anmol is padhaku in the sense he can open a book and finish it overnight and apply it the next day. He has that skill. But we are not that school
Nah.
academic
In a
sort of.
daily basis, I
No.
cannot do that. Sometimes I have to do for based on
Yes,
situation,
if
but daily
that
basis.
is when necessity is there, right? But we are
Yeah.
not academicians, so obviously, if you listen to those academicians like Khan sir, oh, Khan sir is a good example how he
Yeah,
brings
yeah.
entertainment, he brings in infotainment, But still, he's an academician, so when he talks about a subject with all that passion, he knows how to do that. We are not academicians, we're not professors, we're not marketing school
Right.
teachers, so but at the same time we wanted to make it educative, and we wanted it to be informative. We don't want it to be educative, actually. At the end of that is something we realized, and we did try to make it educative, and we were proven wrong. Now that we have realized, let's keep it more informative, and talk about things that people love, and something that we love also, something that convinces us. See, obviously people will like you only when you are liking yourself, right? And
Exactly.
we were ourselves, when we were talking about those things, we were not feeling natural when we were talking about those things. uh,
It was like more of a talking, giving an interview.
yeah, it was more like giving an interview, and we were getting ourselves bored, and we used to procrastinate on our podcast. We used to miss our podcast
Right.
because we were
There
not
was a time
liking
we didn't mid episode straight for 2 months.
2 months straight because we were not liking it. And that's when I told him, "Oh, yeah, let's talk about something that we like here." I mean, and he was like, "Yaar, kaise hoga?" Then I said, "Let's give it a try." And then I said, "Daru ke bare mein baat karenge." You were like, "Kaise daru? How will we relate?" Then let's do it here. And then you were surprised, भाई इसी पे सबसे ज्यादा likes आ गए, इसी पे engagement आ गया, views आ गए. तो then Anmol was on like, चलो इस बार old monk पे बात करते हैं.
Yeah, Old Monk episode. I think that is one old classic episode that got 1.2K views. It was done 5 months ago. And
Imagine.
Ram Mandir episode got 2K views.
Ram Mandir, oh, yes, 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 yes. We spoke about the marketing aspect of Ram Mandir. Remember? So yes, we
Yes.
started picking up the popular and trending topics. That is something that we realize is working, something that people want to listen, and that we could talk about and be convinced ourselves. So yeah, Ram Mandir. How could I forget? Yeah, I didn't know that it got 2K views.
Yeah, it has got 2K views, and then we also got 2.6K views on our recent Destination X Ladakh episode.
And yes, how could we forget that one? And this
Yeah.
is pretty fast growth, right? I mean, we shot it
Yeah,
just
it is
what,
pretty fast growth. It's just 12 days ago.
12 days ago. We shot it just not even 2 weeks back,
Not
and
even 2 weeks back.
it was about Anmol's hog rally to Ladakh on his
Yeah.
X440. So I mean, yes, we have come a far way. I mean, to gaining 500 likes.
Starting with zero. I think we had 15 to 20 subscribers on our channel
Yeah.
because it was earlier
And it was mostly
dedicated channel
friends and
for us.
family, and
Mostly friends and family. We started from there, and now currently we are at 7.52K subscribers.
yeah.
So, for the marketers, for our audience who have been thinking how we have grown, we have already told you
Mm.
what we have done with our episodes, how we have transformed our podcast from A to B. And today, if you see our podcast and you see the episode number one, you will feel the difference. So, we found out our niche, we found out our way of talking,
Mm.
and mainly is that we started talking about the things that we love.
Mm.
So we became basically uh, podcast about people, more humanizing it, I can
Humanizing
say.
it more, yeah,
Humanizing
and staying true to ourselves,
and staying true to us rather than being a business focused podcast that we are making just to generate revenue.
or just
Now we are
imitate,
doing this for
or
our
just
fun.
imitating someone for the sake of imitating, like we,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So, there's a philosophy that I recently read. Either a thing can be a product driven or it can be business driven. So, I think we have got the perfect combination of being a product driven,
Hmm.
and second really is our company Grobstickle, which does the business part of it.
and
So
and
that
and,
is
and
where,
this has actually so let's break the news on Mole. I mean, this has actually, let's talk about our pivots that we are planning soon.
yeah. So
So
these
uh,
episodes have taught us a lot, and the next
it
50
has
episodes are going to be,
encouraged us to start a new series called
yes,
the Indian Handlebars.
Indian handlebars.
So now we have realized that yes, this has an audience. So Indian Handlebars will be more entertaining
Yeah.
uh,
That's where you will see the real faces of me
and
and Ashwin.
yes,
Here we are still
it would be more towards travel and tourism, and and like obviously Young Turks will have one series going on which will talk about the serious stuffs. We'll still keep it
right.
entertaining, but Indian Handlebars would be plain purely dedicated to
Yeah, me and Ashwin
infotainment.
are buying a GoPro now.
Yes. So we'll try to incorporate a lot of things in that. Not it was won't be just a serious podcast, but there'll be a lot of vlogging in it. That is something that we are planning because Anmol has been doing a lot of rides these days. I have stopped doing it, but I want to start it all over again, and we'll be sharing. And there's a reason behind it. We have always done it before. We have tried to like I said, we have tried to educate you through entertainment. So there's a reason behind this decision is because we are starting a new brand, which we have spoken about earlier. It's called Sweet Elite, which is, and we
Yes.
are, as a company, Cropstickle is also pivoting into travel and tourism and hospitality. That is the one of the expertise that both of us bring in on the table. Anmol is on the more the tech side. I'm from the travel and tourism side. So we have always wondered how we can make the best of our skills, and that is how Sweet Elite was born, which is a brand that is completely dedicated to technology in the field of travel and tourism and hospitality.
And
And
anyway, and we both are travel enthusiasts. Ashwin also loves to
yes.
travel. I love to
And
travel.
what better way to enhance this company by going around talking and researching about it? So, our obviously we'll be vlogging, we'll be doing podcasts, but it'll be mostly to educate and enrich ourselves in that field. And something that Anmol and I have realized is there's no serious work being done in the field of technology and in the field, specifically in this field of hospitality and tourism. So Anmol and I, we're going to dedicate our time to researching. We'll go around talk to restaurateurs. We'll go around talk to small restaurant owners. Not भैया पाव भाजी कैसे बना रहे हो है ना. That is not the perspective. But Anmol and I, we will be discussing with them about how they are missing or how they are using technology in their life and how that is helping the business out, or what kind of marketing or digital
Yes, that
marketing
is the key thing. Our
that
marketers audience have been
they're
waiting for.
incorporating in their businesses. So, and well, I'd like
That
you
series is
to
going to
talk
be
about
another
this.
level of interesting.
What are your thoughts? Because even it is Anmol and I, we just discussed this not even just 2 days back. So
Yeah, 2 days back.
yeah, so we were super excited. We thought we have to share it
So,
with you
to
people.
give our audience a context, the conversation for all of this started in 2021, but and then we forgot about it last year because our daily business have been keeping us busy.
uh,
And now recently, I told Ashwin that I run a XO40 community,
hmm.
and it has got more than 650 members. So Ashwin was shocked. Like, "Arey bhai, ye kab hua?"
uh,
So I
No,
added him to
and you
that
know what?
community.
This, if you remember, Anmol, this idea is actually as old as Cropstickle. We had
Yes, it is
begun
as old as
talking
crop.
about it 4 years back during Corona, and I had told Anmol that this is my dream. We have to do
Yes,
this. We have to build a community so that we can start all of this. And when Anmol said, I have already built a community which has 650 members for hardly, and that is his personal group, WhatsApp group.
yeah,
I said, Anmol, this is
it is
what
a
I was
WhatsApp.
talking about 4 years back. You already have it.
It is already now here. Let's
So
go.
this is the right time to do it, so with us, we again, Anmol, I've realized we don't have to plan things out. It just happen, and you
It
just
happens.
need to, it
You
is
just have
like
to manifest it.
you need to be the boy in the alchemist again. We It's becoming too cliched for us. Is just like look for the sign, the right moment. Sign is nothing but the right moment. All of us get the right
Right.
moment, and you have that epiphany, you have that enlightenment suddenly, and you need to just grab the moment and say yes, let's go ahead and do it. And that is what Anmol and I have been always doing.
Exactly.
So
And
yes,
that's how we have reached here today with our podcast as well. We
yeah.
have been inconsistent as well in
एक्चुअली
shooting the
पॉडकास्ट
episode.
भी हमारा ऐसे ही शुरू हुआ था ना, बिकॉज
Yes,
suddenly one day we said चलो पॉडकास्ट शुरू करते हैं, and we shot it on Google
Google Meet.
Google Meet, and
And then
we found
today here
Riverside
we
later
are with,
on, but yes.
and why not also tell people, because there has been branding of Riverside.
Oh,
Riverside has been a great tool that has helped us
actually,
shot
yeah, yeah.
all
Let's
the
talk
episodes.
about the journey. How, why Google Meet was not good, and a lot of people who don't do podcasts, they must be thinking, why Google Meet was an
Yes.
amateur idea, and why they are not. What is Riverside? Just
So let me
explain that. Yeah,
give the audience a brief on this. So I am the technical guy here. So
yeah.
basically, if I talk about Google Meet is a video conferencing platform where you can connect with people, do your meetings, because that's where you don't care about the resolution that you are getting on the
Hmm.
cameras. Rather, you care about what the guy is sharing on screen and what he is telling me. That is your focus on the meeting. So Google Meet is not a podcasting platform, and you cannot rely on it for shooting high quality episodes because
Hmm.
it won't give you the right quality of camera. Let's say if your internet goes bad,
Or
it
sound
won't give you
cancellation, as a matter of fact, right?
no sound cancellation, no tools to shoot the episode in such a good format that Riverside does.
Hmm.
So we did our, I think, for first one or two episodes on Google Meet, and that's where we realized, yeah, something is not going right. The quality is not good. And also, one biggest disadvantage with Google Meet is that right now you are able to see me and Ashwin on one screen at a
Hmm.
time, but
Hmm.
in Google Meet, the person who is speaking comes in the front.
Right,
So
right,
that is the irritating part of it. But yeah, it is not meant for this. It is meant for meetings, so it is okay.
right.
So that's where
I
I
mean,
got.
Google Meet is not a podcast tool. That is
Yeah,
why.
it is not a
Yeah,
podcasting platform. You should not use it for shooting podcast.
yeah.
Even Zoom is also not, and Microsoft Team is also not.
Hmm.
These platforms are meant for meetings. They are
Meeting.
good for it.
Hmm.
They are best in their segment. But whenever you move ahead with podcasting, it's like having a MacBook and a gaming PC.
Hmm.
You can use your MacBook to do your business, but if you want to talk about gaming, PC is always the best. MacBook does not stand anywhere in front of a PC which has a NVIDIA graphic card. So you need to understand what the goal is. So that's where we realized we need something better, because the sound quality was not good as well. I will tell this as well. So that's where I found Riverside. Riverside has been our partner from from I think second or third or fourth episode. We have been using it on a daily basis. What are the benefits of using Riverside? So on Google Meet, the recording happens on cloud. On Riverside, it happens on your local computer, and then it is uploaded to the cloud. So the merging is done on the cloud rather than the shooting is done on the cloud. So you get better quality video, better quality audio. You get to see both the person in the frame at the same time, and you can add a lot of effects in this. So I have the raw clips which are merged together. I can put them in this frame, I can put them in this frame, or I can make a post out of it. I can do anything.
Hmm.
That is the best part of this platform,
Yeah,
as
the
well as
best
it
part
gives
is
you
we can create our social media posts also, and
exactly. The reels started to happen only when we got Riverside, because Google Meet does not allow it. Just it gives you the recording, you download it, and then it's your headache, whatever you want to
so
do.
if you ask me, we still don't have those sophisticated equipments as far as yes, we have the
Yeah.
Riverside tool with us, and that also we are using the free version.
Yeah,
Uh,
right now we are using the free version.
huh.
Now, of course, after this episode, we are soon planning to upgrade our systems a bit,
Yeah,
but
we are
that is
going to
also not a
upgrade
very major
our
upgrade.
equipments also. I mean, so far, Anmol and I, we're both talking to each other through our
Yeah,
laptop cameras, and you can see I'm wearing regular earphones and speak. So, Anmol has a MacBook. I don't have a MacBook, so you can
right.
see the quality of resolution difference, but something
But
that
again, we are just
gradually
upgrading the
working
basics. We are
on.
upgrading the camera, we are upgrading the microphone. That is it.
Yes. So I'm just like, yeah, this is the journey that we have gone through so far, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And see, you can imagine, like, after 50 episodes, we are doing this.
yeah, after
So, how
50,
patient we have been with shooting the episode, because we are just doing it for our passion.
right,
We like it. We shoot an episode in a week. Ashwin also works with Hilton. He is busy as hell. He also works at Cropstickle. I personally handle things day and night at Cropstickle. We are doing this because we love it. We are doing
hmm,
something that we love, and
right.
that is why we are able to reach to 50th episode now. And this is a commitment that we will reach to 100th episodes, 200 episodes, 300, 500 episodes, because this is something that we love. We are just coming here
And a million
talking about
subscribers
it.
soon, and a million subscribers next time.
Yeah, and a million subscribers, of course, because I think after 700 episodes, you will get old. Or I might get old.
I might be in my grave then.
Yeah, that might be possible. Sorry for the joke for our audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
but like, yeah, yeah, like we told you, there's more to come. We're gonna make it more entertaining now. We're going
yeah,
to put in more effort because you guys have shown so much love for us.
yeah,
So and I, we have decided that we will take it a notch above as far as the quality is concerned and as far as our efforts are concerned. So we will be going out. We'll be going and talking to people. We'll
and we will
probably,
be bringing in more guests moving
yeah,
ahead.
we'll probably make it live, as in like Anmol and I, we could be riding to different place and start our podcast from there also. So a
Yes,
lot
that
of
might be possible.
thinking out loud is happening here, and we are trying to be as creative as possible. So probably next
Yes.
time you can see Anmol sitting in the hills of Missouri on George Everest, and I'm sitting in Kurg, and both of us are taking a podcast from there.
Yeah, that sounds good, I think.
Yeah, that could be the next possibility. So a lot is coming your way, and obviously we are doing a lot more research. So lot to talk about, a lot of interesting topics that we've been scourging through. So you will
Yeah.
see, get to see I mean, get to learn a lot from us as well, because that's how we are learning. We are
Yeah.
learning by educating ourselves, and then we want to share it with you people. So whoever wants to be a part of our journey, you're most welcome. So Anmol, what are your plans? How are you feeling about it now?
No, I am feeling really good, and I think I would like to say thank you to our audience who have been watching us and have motivated us to reach to this point. Because without our audience, I don't think that we would have come so far, because we might have gotten demotivated,
Yeah, I
and the
mean,
kind of
yeah.
comments we were getting. So it was disheartening to see initially, but now mostly our audience, they just give a dislike button to us. We get more likes. Of course, you have people who don't like our episode as well. But
No,
yeah, I will be
you
very
can't keep
honest.
everyone
The
happy, and I
kind of
said like
feedback.
we have found the target audience, so we have
Yes,
to stay true to. You can't keep everyone happy. You know, you're not beer.
yes, exactly. We are not
You're not
chocolate.
beer. You're not beer. You're not whiskey. You can't keep everyone happy. Yes. So, I mean, we have to. The idea is to find our target audience, and we have found our target audience. We understand what they like. So, idea is to stay true to them, stay loyal to them, and create more contents for them. So, we know what you like, and we know what we like as well. So, you guys like what we like, and let's, uh, you know.
Let's keep the ball rolling.
Let's keep the ball rolling. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think we have spoken about it.
and
And
episode 51 is going to be about, you just said, Old Monk. No. What was it?
old one we have
We
done.
just promised. Okay.
Yeah, we will do
We'll go
it.
through our recording again and see it.
We both got a CR
Yeah.
recording. I think perfect. This is perfect.
Yeah. So
Again,
this
thank you,
episode was
audience.
mostly about saying thank you to all of you, and
Yeah,
just reminiscing the past year and a half that we've been through, and obviously past 4 years have been tumultuous, but last year and a half since we started this podcast have been
yeah,
quite
and it
interesting.
has made it more fun.
Yes.
So thank you, our audience, our
Thank
loyal
you.
audience, for watching us
Yes.
through this journey, and we hope you stay connected with us for the next 50th episodes. So I would like to just say, stay connected, keep on engaging with us, give your feedback if you want us to discuss on any specific topic. Like recently, we got a request from one of our loyal listeners who told us to make an episode in more detail about talking about X440. So me and Ashwin are
So
going
we'll
to
be
take
talking more about not just X440, most a lot of vehicles, because Anmol and I, we love cars, we love bikes, we love off-roading, we love adventure. So a lot of it is coming, and obviously it'll all be enriched and fortified with marketing and business ideas as well.
right.
So stay tuned for that.
So thank you, our audience, for watching in. Stay tuned, and we'll be back soon with another episode. Take care. Bye.
Bye.